Anybody remember the 1965 Chrysler police car? I did this car a few years ago, and here it is. Unfortunately, it's been sitting for about 6 months underneath the carport. It stays dry, but boy, does it get dirty. This is really the only good place I have for it at my grandmother's house, so it stays here until I need it for parades. I only get it out twice a year, once for a 4th of July parade, which is what we're going to be doing tomorrow, and then once for a Christmas parade, because that's really all it's good for. I love this car, but it's just a hassle to drive because everybody wants to stop you and take pictures, Briar. They just love it.
Good looking car.
It is pretty cool. I spray painted this thing. You can, when we get it out, you'll see the difference in like where it's faded on this side to where how different it looks on that side. But it's a 383 automatic. I rigged it together because I had $0 back when I put it together, and I just haven't done anything with it since. But today we're going to get it out. We're going to change the oil, clean it up, get it parade ready. We're on our way. It's got a great carburetor. It runs great once it fires up. So go ahead and drop us a battery in there and get the spider webs and the mouse poop out of the way. Brand spanking new battery.
It can't tell with the dirt.
No, well, yeah, because
Dirt covers it up.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's take this off here. It was originally a 2-barrel. I put a 4-barrel on it. I put an Edelbrock. Oh, you know what I forgot, Briar? The keys.
That might help.
The keys are at the shop. Well, now would be a good opportunity to check over all the... Oh, that was under pressure? Oh, yeah. She's full. I had this radiator patched, basically. It's the original radiator, and it's always ran pretty well. Right here, somewhere along here, it had sprung a leak, and I had it, fixed at a radiator shop. Put a new, whatever you call this, clutch fan. What else did I do to this thing? I did the brakes, of course. That was the first set of drum brakes I ever did, Briar, by myself. It was not fun because I didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't break any brake lines. No brake lines came off, like broken. New fuel pump, new fuel filter. I know I replaced the alternator. It's missing a belt because it shredded one of them, and I just left it. So there you go. I think everything else works, kind of. I mean, the air conditioning obviously doesn't work, but who cares? When you got the keys, we're ready. Finally, we can crank this thing up. So you got the cables hooked up. A little more gas. Let me check the oil in it first before we get too crazy. Just make sure that it actually has some in it. That would be convenient. Oh, jet black, but it's full. Ew. Yeah, it needs changing. I have not changed it in I don't know how long, just because I don't put any miles on it, but it has been sitting for quite a while. This thing leaks transmission fluid like crazy, so we've got to fill it up before we can move, but I do want to at least fire it up and let it warm up first. So without further ado, let's unlock the doors. Avoid the 700 wasps that'll be probably inside the door, as they tend to be. Hey. Oh, there's one. Come on out, buddy. Sorry. Landlord said you got to go. Eviction notice. Last time I was in here, not last time, but one time I was in here, I got stung by a wasp. Ah! So that was the last time I did get stung. One thing I love about this car is that when you're turning it on and it's cold, it says cold. So it's like, don't floor it until it goes off. Yep.
Wiggle the other one.
Put a new filter on it last time I drove it, I forgot. It picked up gas. It's good now. We'll let it sit here and warm up, and then we'll check the transmission level, which I know is going to be it never, ever, ever has fluid in it whenever I come back to it, or at least enough to move it. We'll tune back
in here in just a second.
This car I put glass packs on, and I love the way it sounds. It does have a really nice sound to it. You'll hear it here in just a second, but yeah, this thing has been on the channel since, gosh, I don't even know when. It's been on here forever, but I haven't made a video on it in so long just because I was like, what else do I do with it? There are some things I want to fix with it. I've got a new transmission for it. I just never put it in. I haven't done it yet. It's just one of those things that gets put on the back burner. You don't really remember it until it's been sitting for 6 months.
We're up the temperature, and guess what? It was dry. Usually it takes about 2 quarts, so that's not what I'm going to put in. I didn't even try to put it in gear because we knew it was already low. All right, we're gonna go down and drive. Is there anything in front of the car? No. Brake pedal's a little sticky. My foot's off the pedal right now. Now I had to pick it up. Might have to spray the pedal or something. Keep it really sticky. Smash it a few times, it works. Yeah, there we go. The valve covers leak a little bit, as you can see. Look at that.
It's crazy to see how dirty this thing gets after sitting for not very long at all. It's insane, but that's just where it sits, you know. It just gets really filthy, but it's always sat here. Like, since I've had it, I've always parked it here. But whenever we get this thing cleaned up, you're gonna be like, dang, this thing looks good. But it's our semi-annual routine. Get it out, clean it up, drive it in a parade, take it back home. I know it's sad, but this is what we do. Back on the road. And I did put new tires on it a few years ago, so they still were holding air. We'll check them, make sure. There's 2 gears. It shifts great. I do have the kick down misadjusted, so it shifts a little bit too early, trying to kick down, and then third doesn't like to come in quick enough. Like second will hold out for too long. But, oh, it went to third. Okay, well, I guess I lied. It must have healed itself. It's got, ooh, I forget how sensitive the brakes are on this car. It's got power drum all the way around, and it's the easiest going pedal I've ever experienced. It is crazy. Yep. Barely tapping it, see? Barely tapping it. It's a big toe driver kind of car, you know what I mean? I do love this car though. It has been fun. I mean, it's one of those cars, it's like, it's cool how it is. Is it worth fixing? No. But it's worth driving around? Sure. Oh yeah, great transmission. It just leaks like crazy. Every time you drive it somewhere, it just leaks. But we did a lot of little tiny modifications to this car to make it what it is, and I really have enjoyed it. So it's always fun when all the kids come out and they see this car and they're like, oh, this thing's awesome. I have to agree, I do love it. Here we are at the shop, and you can really see how disgusting this thing is. I mean, it's bad. Look at this. Woof. So we're gonna wash it real fast and get a good baseline. hot in here. Holy moly.
It's hot everywhere.
This car is huge. Look how much hangs off. Dang. Sweet. Well, at least it's clean now. I'm gonna roll the windows down. Up she goes. Bring her on up. I've never actually been under this car. Well, no, I haven't, because when they did the exhaust, I wasn't there for it. How about that? I dropped it off and left. No telling what's underneath this thing. It's a complete car. Who would have thought? I did know that it didn't have a lot of rust. There's a little bit of rust here and there. Looks like the sending unit might be leaking a little bit, just ever so slowly. Yeah, probably leaking. Or it could be the gear oil. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, you get a good idea of how nice this car actually is. There's a couple small holes, like right there. See it? That's really it. So I had glass packs put on it years ago, and it's good to see that they're still silver from where I painted them silver. That's hilarious. I didn't want red. I don't know why. Like, why does it matter? Because I'm not under it. But I painted them silver before I took them to put glass packs on. And so like you can see they touched it up where they welded it. So, who knows, guys? I don't know what I was doing. But I do love this car. This thing has always been just awesome. So really cool to see this thing up in the air, because I never have actually seen that. So I'm already seeing a fuel line hose that needs to be replaced, but I will worry about that later. So pretty neat. Oh, it's gonna be pitch black. Ooh, hot. Ow, on the face.
At least it had something.
That's 2050. Look how thin that is. We're gonna go back with some 1040 on it. I don't know why I put 2050. That's just what I had laying around. But I knew what it was. She's long overdue for a change, though, that's for sure. Long overdue. That's my own doing, because I'm a chump. Oh, look at that, come right out.
Huh.
That's an old Mopar filter. I don't buy those anymore because they're so expensive. Shows you how long it's been. I didn't know you can buy these at the store. They used to stock them. I don't think they do anymore.
Walmart has them. Saw them today.
This part number?
No, it had a Mopar thing on it.
I know they stock Mopar ones, but they stock like the new Mopar filters. They don't stock any of this thread. It's all like the new Gen 3 Hemi stuff, and like they're 6 cylinders or whatever. You can't buy those anymore hardly unless you order them. And I change it again in another 10 years. Yeah, be easy to come off, right? There we go. Good as new. Good as new. Oh. High mileage Castrol GTX. Delicious. All right, good to go. We got it full of oil. We got STP treatment, so we've got our zinc additive. We should be okay. Yeah, this car had cruise control. It doesn't work. It never had worked, so even if it did, I don't know how to turn it on. So anyway, but we're gonna hop in it, just take her for a nice little spin, just a little reminisce, you know, take her for a lap around the block, just make sure she's up to snuff, go put some gas in it. We're good to go. Good morning. It is the 4th of July, the day of the parade, and we are getting everything ready to go. Police car is ready, but we've also got another friend. Remember the old state trooper car that Dad owns? We did on the channel. It's back. He let Briar actually take it, and we're gonna clean it up. He actually drives this thing more than I do. It's just been such a dry season that this thing's dusty now. So Briar's gonna clean it up for us real fast, and he gets to drive a 3 on the tree in a parade.
Won't be that bad. I don't think. I hope not.
Hope not. It's not a long parade, at least. So at least it's gonna look cool. And we got a light that sometimes works, but as long as it stays on, that's all that matters. To the parade, and we've got these goons. No, it's not a picture, Barrett. This is my cousin Barrett. This is my cousin Brody. How old are you again?
15.
He's waiting on his permit. And then, how old? You're 13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they always go to parades with me and stuff. So we are on our way to get lined up. Briar is back there. He's right behind me. Look at there. There he is. He's back there. He told me this morning. He's like, I don't really remember how to drive this car. But he figured it out, and that's what's important. So we're probably like 2 minutes from lining up, and we'll go kind of do a little walk around. It's a pretty cool little parade. You at least get to see it as you do it, because it goes down to one end of the road and it turns around. So all the stuff in front of you, you get to see as you pass it, and then you pass all the stuff behind you. What a novel concept. We got us a nice little police escort. All sorts of people lining up. We're way down there. It's always a good time, especially on the 4th of July. What a beautiful day. It's gonna be great. How'd it do, Briar?
Did great. My foot hurts, but it did great.
That clutch was probably real heavy, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Well, at least we look cool, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Trooper car made it. Police car made it. What'd you guys think?
It was awesome.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Had to post up here with the fire trucks, you know. Nice little piece of picture here. I'll have to take a picture over here of this. This is awesome. Got tractors. I mean, this is awesome. We love doing this every single year. It is just so much fun. So, really glad to see a great turnout once again. Well, hi, Emerson. You wanna wave at the camera? Now. Bye-bye. Bally's gonna go for a ride. Bye-bye. Dad's taking the kids home. We're staying here for the 4th. But Briar's gonna take the car back home, and I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit longer, but then we're headed back home, and we're gonna spend the rest of our 4th of July having a great time.